Hello and welcome to the Growing in Business interview series. I'm your host, Fleming Johnson, and today I'm joined by Wesley Crook, who is CEO at FP Complete. Wesley, thank you so much for joining us today. Would you like to kick us off with a brief background as to who you are and what you do?
Yes, Fleming, thank you for having me today. I'm Wesley Crook. I'm Chief Executive Officer of FP Complete. We are an advanced software company, primarily focused in the Web3 blockchain smart contract space, helping customers get their products to revenue. Been in this business now almost 40 years. Been in technology about 40 years. So, very happy to be here. Looking forward to sharing some time with you today, Fleming.
Outstanding. Tell me, what inspired you to start your own business, and what was that initial spark that kind of led you to take the entrepreneurial leap?
Fear, actually. In my early days, I was partners or not partners, but I had ownership interest in a couple of companies, but I was kind of the minority silent guy. When around 1999, I was with a large firm as an executive. It was having a lot of trouble with their finances, and frankly, my wife was about to give birth to our second son, and we were about to have a issue with that company going bankrupt. So out of fear, I looked at it and said, my wife looked at me and said, you can do this without a company, go do it. So in January of 2000, 10 days after my son was born, I started a company called Artisan and never looked back.
Outstanding. Tell me, what are some common misconceptions about running a business, and how do you address them?
The biggest misconception is you're not in charge. So, in the sense of you're working for everybody else, even though you may be the owner or the chief executive of the company, your job is to, be chief cook and bottle washer, so to speak. So you're involved with every aspects of the business. So you're always involved every day with that business. It's not one of these things that you can sit there and say, oh, it's my business and go off and play golf or go off and vacation or whatever and expect it to run. You're working and you're working hard every day, and it's not a 40-hour week job, and it's not a 5-day a week job. You're working all the time. Even when you're not working, you're working on the business. So and that's the other big part of it too, is a lot of people don't realize they need to be working on the business and not in the business. Because if they're in the business, they can't grow it. If they're working on the business, they'll be able to grow and succeed.
Very good. How do you maintain a work-life balance as a business owner? Do you have any personal rituals or habits that keep you motivated and focused?
The biggest thing to have work-life balance is to put the phone away. That's the biggest thing, because you can always be doing something, especially what I do nowadays. We're a 7 by 24 global operation, with 45 employees scattered on 5 continents. So somebody's always doing something at some point. So the biggest things I try to do is, put away the phone for a couple hours a day, turn off the technology, and just, engage with the family, just walking or taking a walk or whatever. Trying to go work out, trying to just, read a book, do something to improve myself. But it's really hard when you own a business, because it's like a child. It's 7 by 24, 365.
So, in this constantly evolving business landscape, how do you stay adaptable and open to change? Are there any specific strategies that you use to remain innovative?
A lot of what we do is on the cutting edge of technology, so we're always looking at it. We always spend time and cycles playing with the latest and greatest technologies coming out. Doesn't mean we implement them into our business or anything like that, but to be aware of it. Um, the biggest thing to stay adaptable is have solid process, solid methodologies on how you operate. Stay true to those, but be experimental. Understand that being static is going to cause your business to fail eventually. So you have to always be looking to adapt and move with the flow. In my business and being in the Web3 space, it's changing every hour of every day. Um, so we're always listening. You're always into the chat channels and things like that, seeing what people are talking about and reading and evaluating the technologies to see what will be good for the company down the road, 1 year, 2 years, 5 years down the road, but always looking forward.
Good. Could you offer a glimpse into your future plans and goals for your business? What do you envision for the next chapter of your entrepreneurial journey?
Retirement. So like I said, I've been doing technology since 1986. Um, so I'm at the point in my career, I've done 3 startups. I'm running this company now for the last 6 years with the goal of taking this company and selling it or merging it in the next 24 months. We've been on a journey, to do that. COVID got in the way and delayed us by a couple of years back in 2021 and 22. So our goal, and for me, is to take this organization, sell it, merge it, do the exit time with it, be it 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, and then, retire from actively doing it and just continue to some board work for some couple of boards that I'm on and just, some volunteer work with folks and mentorships, but, kind of slow it down a little bit.
Outstanding. And tell me, what advice would you offer an aspiring entrepreneur who's just starting their journey or facing challenges in their business?
No fear. Don't be afraid. Um, people are afraid of what they don't know. So what I would recommend folks do is not be afraid. Look at the problem, look at the challenges, look at the end goals, and put a plan and a strategy to get there. Be it a financial plan, be it a technology plan, be it a marketing sales plan, however you want to do it. People are not, some people are better at certain roles within organizations. Find people that complement what you're doing. Find people that will argue with you and tell you when you're not doing it right versus yes, people that will just say, yeah, that's a good idea. And look for people that have passion to work with you and put that team together and execute and execute and execute. But don't be afraid to start. Don't be afraid to change. Don't be afraid to make tough decisions that people don't like. And if you do that, you'll be better off than just kind of going along and trying to appease everybody. Because if you try to appease everybody, you will be out of business in no time.
Outstanding. Thank you so much for your time today, Wesley. It was great to meet you and learn more about your entrepreneurial journey. And
Thank you,
to,
buddy.
and to everyone watching, I look forward to seeing you in our next episode.